How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my channel. I am Happy Mask, and this is my first commentary-like video, so bear with me, I'm still kinda new to this. Thought to give my thoughts and opinions about something I'm very excited for, and that's Halo Infinite's Forge mode. For those of you who don't know what Forge is, it's something like a map editor for the Halo games. It started in 3. So the gameplay you're seeing on screen are some Forge maps I've created and hosted in the custom game browser in the Master Chief Collection's Halo Reach. I'm a big fan of 3 things: Halo, Nintendo, and map editors. I've created a couple Mario Kart maps within Halo Reach's Forge, and some familiar locations within the Nintendo universe to play Slayer on as well, such as like Mario 64's Bomb-On Battlefield, Zelda Ocarina of Time's Castletown, or the Temple of Time, Mario Sunshine's Isle Delfino, stuff like that. It's pretty neat. Are these maps ideal for a competitive Slayer? No, not at all. But the community seems to have a lot of fun just playing on these nostalgic maps in a crazy big team battle sort of way. So I too like to have lots of fun making these maps, even if the balance is all out of whack. The fact that I can create something and have many people play it is really like some sort of dopamine kick inside me that makes me want to create even better, more expansive maps to push my limits. It's really fun. If Halo Infinite's Forge is as expansive and powerful as the leaks show them out to be, then I can't wait to create some whole new experiences for people to play. And I won't be held back by Reach's limited Forge tools. Don't get me wrong, they're great for the time, but I'm so excited to work on a much more powerful map editor this time around. However, I'm a bit skeptical that Forge will be completely functional upon release. I mean, Big Team Battle has been broken for so long. Please, 343, let us test Flight Forge before it comes out. In that way, the community can help you guys find as many bugs as possible to be patched before release. I've spent a bit of time in Halo's Forge since the Master Chief Collection got its PC release, and despite playing Halo 3 and Reach back when they initially released back on the 360, I didn't really understand the concept of how Forge really worked back then. Me and my buddies would just zoom around as the monitor, just having a good old childlike fun on Forge World or something. I know Halo 5 has one of the best Forge modes out there at the time of this video, but I never really got around to Halo 5 like the other games. Although its Forge has really intrigued me, I'd like to make maps there, but the population of Halo 5 is almost extinct, and I think I'll just hold out a bit longer until Infinite's Forge release. Hopefully sometime this summer. Sucks we have to wait for this so long, but 343, I got my faith that you'll make us Forgers proud. I don't think I can guess what the player base will be like once summer rolls around, and while the Steam charts aren't the end-all be-all evidence of the game's user base, apparently it's dropping slowly because people are starting to get bored. People are getting tired of the same old maps, reaching level 100 in the battle pass. They beat the campaign. Forge and custom game browser will certainly keep players around when they've got nothing to do in the regular matchmaking. This is certainly no new take. Any Halo Forger or player would probably be able to tell you that. So I won't ramble on about this topic. I really just hope 343 can hang on to the player base just a bit longer, so we don't have another Halo 5 situation where everyone dips before the cool stuff comes out. Or so I was told. I never really played Halo 5. So what would be on my wish list for Forge tools and new customization for Infinite? If some of these are already on Halo 5's Forge, I apologize, but the first thing I'm sure everybody and their mother wants is definitely enemy AI. Creating your own mini campaign or Spartan Ops or even Firefight. I see people wanting Firefight so badly in Infinite, and rightfully so. But if enemy AI was introduced into Forge and custom games, people could just make their own Firefight games, and 343 could focus on some other things. Will it be possible if they introduce AI, whether it be grunts, brutes, elites, jackals, hunters? I don't know, but leaks are looking pretty good for us right now. We could use a scripting system too to set them to be friendly, enemy dead, walking in a scripted path, or just standing still. AI would make custom games a whole new beast compared to Halo 5, that's for sure. The next thing I'd love to see is a huge upgrade to the background skyboxes, or some kind of custom time of day setting, like a slider for day and night cycles. During my time creating Halo Reach maps, playing on Forge World is great and all, but I wanted to make a night map and would have to use these ugly looking purple filters that Halo Reach offers. Kind of ruins the experience and the immersion I'm trying to create. Otherwise, you're looking at the same old Forge World skybox like every other custom Reach map. In Halo 4, I think they had something like 3 maps with different kind of skyboxes, and that helped with the diversity a little bit, but not much. And then I hear Halo 5 did a much better job, but I still like to see this expanded even further. Instead of many maps to pick from like Halo 4, we should have just one map where you can select the terrains such as snow, desert, forest, grass plain, rocky mountain, lava volcano, beach, ocean, or any terrain theme you can think of. To be used as a ground or as a background, as well as adjusting the time of day on top of that, and weather on top of that. And I also hear a lot of people advocating for another Halo Reach style Forge world, and I'm all for that too. But I like a nice flat terrain to start from scratch, for a more experienced forger, and let the more casual forgers, get the Forge world or the Forge land, something easy to work with. I'd also like the terrain settings that I mentioned previously to be on those maps as well, if there were more than one just flat plain map. So another thing I'd like to see is a terrain scaler, or whatever you call it. Basically, I'd like to build a terrain on a map without using any pieces from the object counter, because in Forge there's a limit to how many things you can place on your map. But if the floor is a piece, then you run out of space really quickly. So I'd be very grateful to build my floor without using up all my resources, then putting down the buildings and decorations to the map. If I want to make a road for a racetrack, I don't want to use up all my resources on the road before I can decorate it with style. I don't know, that's just some wishful thinking. If that can't be done, then I hope at least the object limit is greatly increased so we don't run out of space on our maps so easily. I haven't played the games, but I heard Far Cry does an amazing job with this. Perhaps something like that would be really cool to see in Halo. Last thing I'd like to see, and this is definitely a pipe dream, but I would like to see a huge amount of color and texture options for most every forgeable item in the game. I want to see more than just brick or concrete or metal. I'd like to see as many textures put on as many, if not all, the forgeable objects that we can place down. Maybe even a color wheel to change any item into any color or texture the forger wants. I believe people would get extremely creative with this. We could see some incredibly detailed maps, or some incredibly trippy maps if some of us want to play our cards right. Let us make a rainbow trash can or a purple stop sign, I don't know. The more customization the better. Seeing how the Spartan armor customization looks as of Season 1, I don't have high hopes for this request, but a man can dream, right? Now, of course, these requests being on top of already that's in Halo 5's Forge, just to build on top of it and just make it better, and have the community make better maps, better tools, better everything. So that's my thoughts, opinions, and wishes for Infinite's Forge. What are your plans to make when Forge drops in Infinite? I'm hyped and I can't wait to create, share, and play on Infinite's number of community-created maps. The wait may be long, but we just gotta hold on a bit longer. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. I love reading them, and happy forging, everyone.